Okay. What's up, everybody? It's the CoverBoi Chronicles, and I'm, of course, the CoverBoi. And like I said, I was going to be doing a update today for my Black History Month. And yesterday I did the ladies, and today I'm going to do the gentlemen. I'm always a gentleman. It's ladies first. Now it's time for the gents. And so my 10 marvelous black men that I have for you today. Of course, there's LGBT as well. And these ones, of course, are going to shock you as well. We'll start off with Bernard Retson, right? He was he was a man in the civil rights movement, okay? He was an advisor and secretary to Dr. King, and he helped organize the March on Washington. He was a civil rights activist. I said something else earlier, but he was a civil rights activist. So, yes, definitely somebody that you guys should look up. I had to, do some research. Of course, we all know Patrick Ian Polk is a director, and if you didn't know him by name, he's the gentleman who created Noah's Ark. And if you didn't know this about Noah's Ark, it won Best Feature Film. It won Best Feature Film for one award show, and he was nominated for 3 NAACPs. So, yes, if you didn't know. Now, this is something I didn't know, okay? Keith Boykin, I think that's what his name is. He's the editor of the Daily Voice, right? So, he was in the White House. He was a White House aide to President Clinton, and he has numerous of books about being a homosexual in the White House, or being a homosexual just period in the society nowadays that we live in, and just all types of things. So I was like, okay, this is a good one that we can talk about on the show. Another person that I found was very interesting. He's a painter and a writer, and he was in the Harlem Renaissance. Bruce Nugent, I think that's how you pronounce his last name. But anyways, like I said, he was in the Harlem Renaissance. He wrote this story called Smoke Lilies and Jade. Okay? And has been regarded by many as the first publication by an African American that openly discusses homosexuality. So basically, it's a book that basically it was one of the first books to openly talk about homosexuality and whatnot by men. So definitely a good book that you guys will want to look up. And his name was Bruce Nugent. I'll probably post the link at the bottom with some of these fellows' names, and I've been thinking about that for the ladies as well. And speaking of writers in the Harlem Renaissance, now you would think I was talking about Langston Hughes. And like I said, he was in the Harlem Renaissance poet. He had very strong political views. He stayed closeted up until the day he passed. But he knew of, you know what I'm saying, Langston had his share of fun. But I don't want to make Langston seem like he was like one of those prudes, but you know how those GL boys are for the homos that watch my show. Laverne Cox, she's an actress, and she's known for her role in Orange is the New Black, but she's trans, and she's an open activist, one of the highest ranking activist for GLAAD. So homegirl's on her stuff. So kudos to that. And someone who's completely on their stuff. And it's just I couldn't do this without talking about him. RuPaul is just a drag icon. Enough said. Like that. Like that human being has like so much like respect, like period, from like the gays and like period. Just it's awesome. I love me some RuPaul, just period. I'll put it like that. For a boy who just likes to look at, I'm one of those boys that just like to sit in the corner and watch the drags do their thing, you know, be like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, fun, have fun. But moving on, James Baldwin. I'm sure everybody's heard about him. He's a legendary writer. If you didn't know or lived under a rock, honey, he wrote Giovanni's Room, and he mainly lived off his time in Paris because of the prejudiceness that was going on in the States and whatnot, and just felt a lot more comfortable in Paris, and a lot of people seem to feel that way. But somebody who just survived it all, and this man was the reason why when I was younger, I even felt like I could dance. Like he was one of the main people. Alvin Ailey or Ali, or I hate pronouncing last names wrong, but he was a famous choreographer. He has this beautiful dance studio in New York, and it's been there since 1958, and 3 years after he died in 1992, he was inducted into the Whitley Hall of Fame. And I thought that was kind of weird, but I mean, hey, it was a nice thing to do. He has a school, and it's still going strong, so yeah, I really, yeah, cool. Whew, that's one thing I'm really happy about. Then another person, just all these men really do kind of inspire. Like some of these men, I'm just looking at all these men and I'm thinking about what I'm saying about all these men, and I'm just like, wow, all these men inspire me. Another person that really inspires me a lot is Elin Harrison. He rests in peace, of course. He was a writer. 10 out of his 11 novels, okay, were New York New York Times bestsellers. So 10 out of 11 his books. Come on now, y'all, get it together. So one day, you know, when a boy is on the come up. But be sure to watch my Oscar predictions, okay? My Oscar predictions will be my next video, okay? I'm not going to do that today or tomorrow. I'm going to do it on Friday, so that way you guys will be able to be ready for the Oscars on Sunday. And I'm going to do my review of the Oscars on Monday after the Fashion Police, but I'll tell you guys that on my other video. So be sure to tweet the show. New Cover Lovers, CoverBoi Chronicles, my like page, my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram, and be sure to like, comment, and y'all know what to do. Subscribe to the TheSpiritsoulstar, my YouTube channel, and let me know how outrageously grand this absolutely wonderful Black History Month was for you, as I know it was for me. I'm glad I did these wonderful videos for Black History Month to let you guys know. Hell, there are at least 20 people of different sex that are of LGBT. And if you are of LGBT, don't feel like you can't make your rise to fame, because people are still talking about certain people that were back in the Harlem Renaissance, and that's like long time ago, honey. But au revoir, Jollies. Good night.